What you got to say? What you got to say?
To this day!
To this day!
To this
Believe it!
Can I get some love?
Deontay, World Combat Sports. Hey, World Combat Sports there, Deontay. What you got to say, champ? Hey, what you got to say there, champ?
Yeah, man.
Much love, black. Hey, Deontay, what you got to say? What you got to say?
To this day!
To this day!
Yeah, I just had to reflect on that. Bomb Squad in the building. You know what it is, man. You see the title. Hey, I just look at I just look at the panel I had yesterday. Shout out to Team Williams, Roy Jones Jr., the boxing legend. The greats I've been able to cover in this sport, man. I'm chilling, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm having a me moment. You feel me? Shout out to everyone that support the channel, support WCS. Nothing changed, man. You know what I'm saying? OG media. You know what I'm saying? I consider myself OG in the game. Period. You know, I'm older than most, but that's what I know. And I want to give a big shout out to my supporters, Real Talk, because they the one who drop the content, you know, interact when we having lives, and you know, get the topics going. You know what I'm saying? Do them topic burnouts, smoke the place up a little bit. That's the way it's supposed to be. So King mentioned the building. What's good? How you doing, my brother? Hopefully all is well, man, on this Monday, just after Sunday. So I will get to Deontay Wilder, of course. If you're looking, I want to touch briefly on Lomachenko's situation, right? So I last reported that it was on the headlines, right? That Alexander Usyk and Vasyl Lomachenko were requesting discharge, which that's still true. You know what I'm saying? That's still true. You know, but from what I'm hearing, Lomachenko more so is requesting for discharge to leave Ukraine and head back so he can get in fight camp. So Lomachenko end up deploying over there after the fact of Alexander Usyk being over there, right? And the tenure haven't been that long. It's been very, very short, to be honest with you. Very, very short time, which I'm gonna say that's nothing. That's like a hop and a skip. That's like going home for Freaknik down here in the A. You know, like that's nothing when it comes down to a deployment. You went over there and you was on a security detail. And the reason why I'm mentioning this, right, is because you have people that say fuck what I did in the military, but yet they keep on talking about Lomachenko and Alexander Usyk are heroes. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand that shit. Like, where are y'all gathering this intel, and whether y'all have such high spirit when a lot of y'all don't even support your U.S. veterans that serve an extensive amount of time, had multiple tours in country. You don't call us a hero at all. But you got these same, look, you have these same U.S. citizens that continue to say, oh man, you know, Lomachenko is this hero for going over there fighting. You have not seen one picture of him dirty. You haven't seen one picture of him actually in the heat of battle, engaging the enemy. You haven't seen it. The type of camouflage he had on was picturesque, frame etiquette. Like he just got over there and they just wanted to put it out there, you know, to let people know that he was over here. Camis look all clean, boots look clean. He had the weapon on backwards to be in a damn combat zone. You know what I'm saying? You should always have your weapon on the ready. And then I didn't see any pack, no payload, no cartridge belt. I didn't see anything where you're going to put your mags at. I didn't see that heavy load on your back. I showed people my heavy load, how that load's supposed to look. I mean, I didn't see the heavy load on his back. I never saw a picture come out where he was anywhere close to the front lines. So the only thing we need to do is understand that he went over there temporarily. That ain't shit for combat. What did he kill? A couple of mosquitoes and roaches? That ain't combat over there. You got to go over there to the point where you start missing home for real. Like your body start to feel the art of war. You know what I'm saying? Your body start to break down. You start to get thirsty. You can't sit up here and drink water on a regular basis. You don't have nothing to eat on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? You feeling all tired, fatigued and shit. You start thinking about shit you did as a kid. You start missing family. You just want to be in the comfort of your own home because you just left there. If you're Lomachenko, you just left there 2 hours ago. I mean, you just left there 2 hours ago, man. I'm saying you missing that good food that you used to eating. Silk pajamas, silk sheets and all that. And then you want to come home and fight Kambosos to make more money while your people are being killed. While you're in a full-blown battle. It's a lot of killing going on over there. Lomachenko's no Ali. Don't even try to say that. I hear people trying to say at least he went. You have to understand he's going back to his country. Ali was in his country and they tried to have him go fight a war that he felt that was none of his business. Like he did nothing to those individuals, those Vietnamese, for him to go over there and take a life. Was he a conscientious objector? Yes. Was it frowned upon back then, today? Absolutely. Did he get punished for it? Indeed. He was punished for it. That's him standing up for himself, being an activist, being a man of honor, and I commend him for that. But him and Lomachenko ain't the same, because you can't say at least Lomachenko win. He didn't have a choice. But see, if Ali would have went over there to Vietnam, we don't know if he would have made it back, because we went over there and it was nasty. Ask anybody about that war. It was a nasty one. It was dirty. Man, booby traps everywhere. I mean, there's a lot of people lost their lives. And the story goes on and on. But anyway, I just want y'all to chill with boosting up Oleksandr Usyk and Vasyl Lomachenko when you don't boost up your U.S. service members unless they missing an arm, leg, or eye. They have burns. You know what I'm saying? They walk around in a wheelchair bent all over. I go through shit every day. And don't nobody ask me how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? I have chronic pains every day. But I'm not getting on here online, taking it out on y'all. Man, why y'all don't ever ask me how I'm doing? I got my USMC retired ball cap on today. I feel some type of way. I'm grumpy. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Tupac 13 in the building. Shout out to you. What's good? Michael Johnson Boxing talking more. Sergeant requesting R&R respectfully. Man, what you talking about? Absolutely. Look, he ain't a sergeant. Lomachenko is considered a private. He is considered a private. Lomachenko don't have no rank. But requesting R&R, absolutely. That's what it is. He just want to request a little R&R to go, please, just let me go fight. Lomachenko will probably never go back. He has a house in California, don't he? Lomachenko living a good life. His family is all suited and booted, as they call it. Cush living. MTV Cribs type shit. He ain't worried about it. He just want to get back. From then on, he say, I never do that again. No way. I'll never do that again. I think, baby, I don't think we ever going back. I hope my best friend, Oleksandr Usyk, I hope he makes it out of there, but I got to go make this money. Yeah. Jay Dixon on deck, man. What's good with you? Facts, all Loma did was a photo op. Talk to him, man. Mitch, see, I knew if it was anybody in the motherfucking chat, dog. I'm doing good, dog. You know what I'm saying? If anybody was in the chat that was gonna crack jokes, man, I know it was gonna be Mitch, man. Since you did ask, man, I'm feeling pretty decent, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm decent. It don't take much to do a live. You know, some days are better than others. But thank you for being the first one ever to ask. Even though it was provocated by my question initially. Thank you for asking. Batman in the building. Shout out to John Page on deck. Man, what celebrity or sports figure? But Pat Tillman, everybody knows the man on the ground who put in the work in any country. What I know about combat and deployments and shit is that they can say, Lomachenko went over there along with everybody else. Like them Klitschko brothers, there's a different story. The Klitschko brothers are in politics. They different. They different. I can't use this same type of conversation about the Klitschkos now. I can't do it because one of them politician, they different. They different. Now, Oleksandr Usyk, I know for a fact he's different than Lomachenko. Real talk. When it comes down the way he is, Usyk reminds me of the Klitschko's, with mentality wise. Meet him in person, Usyk, the type of person, he's a different type of dude. Anybody who walk around with the type of boots he had on and that look he has on his face, when that reporter kept on bothering him and then gonna poke him on the shoulder, Usyk could kill a motherfucker, dog. I mean, Usyk a different type of dude. When I saw Usyk leave the damn hotel, he was walking in front of his people. Not in between them. He was walking in front. If you know what I mean. But Lomachenko, Lomachenko, man, he's a perfect example on how some of us feel in the U.S. military that, we too young. We don't know what it means to go over there. And we get over there, motherfucking morale breaks down. Like your morale go to shit. Seriously. Your morale go to shit on these deployments. I mean, when I was in Korea, I never thought Korea could be so damn cold. I say nothing can be cold from where I've been. I went over to Korea and we had to walk to work. Marines did some crazy shit, dog. Like I couldn't understand how we had all these motherfucking. Look, first of all, let me back the fuck up a little bit since I'm talking about Lomachenko, right? I'm curious to know where this dude was staying at. I'm curious to know what Lomachenko was staying at. Would he stand in the barracks with everybody else? Was he staying in a squad bay setting where they had racks lined up, port starboard, and they had a community shower where you go in there and you taking a shower butt naked in the presence of other male soldiers? Did you go take a shit in an open stall bathroom where there's no doors? I mean, I don't know if he did that or not. Lomachenko might have been up in the VIP suite. But let me back up a little bit on the Marines, on how crazy some of the shit they did, not to elaborate too deep. Well, I'm just referring this to Lomachenko. We went over to Korea and it was cold. I mean, I said super. I say it's cold as it is. It can't be no hell. It cannot be no hell. Cause if hell is what they say it is, it should be able to warm the motherfucking Korea. They didn't say hell was in one specific location. It was so cold in there to the point where the planning process, we had bunks set up in the barracks, right? We had bunks set up in the barracks for us to go up there because it was so fucking cold. I mean, I can't explain to you the fucking cold. The Marine said, no, our unit is inbound right now. I want you to meet up on the football field. And we're not staying in those barracks over there like the Army. We're gonna set up these GP tents, set up the racks. And this is where we're gonna camp out. This is the way the Marines deploy. I was like, oh shit. I was like, fuck. Who's gonna set this up? Marines. We are the only service that slept out on the football field and it was snow on that bitch. Do you think they removed the snow for us to go out there and put our rack on top of the grass? No. Not only did we set up tents on top of snow, we set up our bunks, our racks on top of snow. And when we brought our sea bags in, they was on top of snow. Oh, another great factor. There was no heating shit in there. For the first week and a half, 24 hours in a day, right? First week and a half, it was no heat. So anybody who's been in deployment, you know them tents hold cold air. Like if it's hot, it holds the hot air. If it's cold, it holds the cold air. So really, outside would be less colder than inside. So you go inside the tent, it's freezing fucking cold. So look, you sleep in your motherfucking uniform, dog. For real. You take your uniform with you to the motherfucking shower. You shower up, put back on that dirty ass uniform, and goddamn, you go in there, put your socks and boots on, and you go about your business. And look, the makeshift bathrooms are dirty as fuck, man. Man, I'm just curious to know where Lomachenko was at, bro. That's all I'm saying. Ghost on deck, man. I see you. Salute. J. Ocho on deck. Salute, bro. Loma was the boot polisher. He had all the boot crisp clean during battle. Man, hell yeah. Loma didn't serve no damn war, dog. Come on, he didn't serve no war. His shit was crispy clean. Goddamn, good for the camera. Good photo op. One time for the haters, bomb squad. Yes, sir. Usyk boots probably violated international humanitarian laws. Hey man, somebody look, whenever you go over there and it's the war, especially if it's already active, right? Whoever's in charge of the uniform issue, I mean, it's pretty much in standard. Everybody should be wearing the same uniform, but with Lomachenko, whoever gave him their weapon and put him in boots, he actually had to go through the process of getting fitted, putting on his military gear, going out there taking pictures. And we really haven't seen Lomachenko since. I heard he was on like a security detail. And that's it. A security detail at the home base? Or what? Like, what security detail were you on, bro? Please, my U.S. citizens, stop saying, it's insulting. Stop saying Lomachenko and Oleksandr Usyk are heroes just for going over there doing something that we do over here all the time. We sign up for the military, we go to combat multiple times. We experience some shit, see shit, fucked up and shit. You know what I'm saying? This stuff going on all the time. And the only time we get any recognition is when Veterans Day come around. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Loma had Chual himself with private bathroom, Wi-Fi, TV, and phone, man. Yes, he did, man. Lomachenko had all that. The only thing that they told Lomachenko, don't you go live. I don't want to see you on social media. None of that shit. That he couldn't violate. Loma ran the kitchen. Man, y'all getting the picture. Loma about to get that Kambosos fight, though. Yeah, I agree, Batman. I mean, that's simple. That's been out there on the table for quite some time, man. You know how Kambosos was setting the table to begin with. He already had that. He act like, he was going to go up here and fix us up a lightweight meal to our liking. You know what I'm saying? We thought that meal was going to be a matchup between him and Devin Haney. No, he had Lomachenko in his radar the whole time. He didn't have no Gervonta Davis. So the good thing for Lomachenko and Kambosos, it's a 2-fight deal from what I know. It's a 2-fight deal. So Lomachenko may indeed win the first fight, get the titles back, You know what I'm saying? Win the first fight, get the titles back, and then whatever they choose to fight next, I don't know what's gonna happen in the second fight. Kambosos is not a star. I think Lomachenko beats him both of the times. He's 2-0 against Kambosos, and it sets Lomachenko up to be the man at lightweight. You know why I say that? Because Lomachenko has much more selling power than Kambosos. He has way more selling power. Lomachenko get those belts back at this point in his career. He's back right where he was when he fought Teofimo Lopez. He's right back. Teofimo's in a whole nother division now. He's right back making the calls, man. He can damn near fight anybody he wants to at lightweight. From Ryan Garcia to Gervonta Davis, he gonna make some money. I think this whole 2-fight deal is to help Kambosos. He's gonna get paid twice. You know, he has all the motherfucking belts as we know it, so he's gonna get 2 paychecks. But I do believe Lomachenko is gonna defeat him twice, 2-0, and he's gonna set himself up to reign in the lightweight division for a minute. Now, of course, people are gonna take back to social media and say, "Well, if Lomachenko indeed win the titles, beat Kambosos twice, will he face Devin Haney?" I don't know, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired because as much as I want to see that fight, to be honest with you, I think Devin them gonna hang around to after this 2-fight deal. I'm serious. They're gonna hang around and see what's up. And it's unfortunate too, because right now, I speak about black fighters chasing other, Hispanic fighters and the neighboring, fighters or whatever. We need the one being chased. We need to be the Floyd Mayweather who's being chased. So I'm thinking Team Haney is going to wait here and see if they can get that fight afterwards. That's unfortunate too. I don't like that because right now 140 is hot. Whoo, god damn. Like Blair the Flair say, whoo. I mean, I just had to do that, throw a little shot. But 140 is hot right now. Especially if Josh Taylor is talking about coming off the fight. I'm hearing Regis Prograde's gonna fight Cepeda. I'm hearing the mix up. I'm still waiting on maybe Batman can tell. I'm not hearing of a big fight with Gary Antoine Russell yet. I want to hear him fighting another name for the mix up once these titles get out. You know what I'm saying? They spread these titles back out there. And I don't know what's next for Haney. Be honest, I really don't know what's next for Haney. When I hear stuff outside of the negotiation process, and I hear Bill get on there and say, we'll take the same thing Lomachenko got, but I'm saying to myself, did they offer you that in the beginning or what? Hearing the words absurd, ridiculous, preposterous, all those words to me just means that's a stick of dynamite that they was throwing your way of frustration. They was frustrated at what the fuck was going on. They say the offer that y'all returned to us, them being Ludabella, he said it was goddamn absurd, ridiculous, preposterous. And the Bella, I know people don't had their choice words for him, but he seemed like he was agitated. So that leads me to this, that did the Haneys try to come in as the B side, but yet they wouldn't get paid as the A? I mean, I don't know, bro. I can't make that assumption. I don't know. I have no idea what's next for Haney. I really hope that he get a shot at the lightweight titles. If Haney moves up to 140 and sticks with the WBC, I don't want to hear nobody else crying for him. That's true. Because all the titles are going to be out. It's not going to be any specific franchise belt holding that's parked right there awaiting him. No, it's going to be free and clear. You move up to 140. T.O. is going to be up there. Gary Antoine Russell, Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Josh Taylor's moving the fuck on. You still got Regis that's campaigning at that weight. Cepeda. I mean, you got some heavy hitters at 140. I think even Robert Easter is still there. even though we don't know when his return is going to be from the shooting. Um, it's a lot of cats that's up there at 140. I'm liking the way that division is going to look coming up in the next year. I like it, man. Seriously, I like that division. I have a lot of topics to talk about, but I heard Teofimo Lopez is facing Paro, Liam Paro. Um, if that's the case, that should be a pretty good fight. And then, of course, you got the very difficult, highly skilled Subriel Matias. Subriel Matias, man, is a problem. You know what I'm saying? That dude's a problem, and he will be world champion. Matias is going to be world champion, bro. Seriously. And you cannot count Jack Catterall out. You can't count him out. Now for Jose Ramirez, man, he should move on up with Josh Taylor. But it's going to be very interesting up there, especially with the guys possible that's moving up from 135, man. I like it. The next topic, my boy Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is. Those of you that support, it's been around long enough.
Bomb Squad!
It's been a minute since we heard Deontay Wilder give a bomb squad to his, to the way we used to hear him ring out all the time. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about a damn heavyweight titan. We're talking about a guy who fast tracked his early career and still earned a bronze and was the only U.S. Fighter that earned a bronze back then. Dude, Deontay was special. And, I said back in the day that they're not going to appreciate this man until he's out of the sport. And being he's kind of been on a hiatus right now, you hear more people understanding how important he was to the equation. Deontay Wilder was extremely important to the heavyweight division. His presence, his bravado, the way he went in there and presented a highlight reel in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Laying down everybody that you ever stepped in the ring with. People wasn't appreciating it at the time because, unfortunately, that's a type of evil that we don't understand in life. We don't know why certain people dislike one another. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. If I would have been there to slap the apple out of Eve's hand before Adam goddamn took that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, will we all been nice, still walking around him butt naked and not understanding what it's all about? I don't fucking know. But when it comes to the heavyweight division right now, we're missing Deontay Wilder's presence. Like, nobody's talking about shit. Really. It's nothing to talk about. Even off the first fight that was a draw, it was talk every freaking week about the rematch. Finally got the rematch. He lost his title. All the scandal that involved it. It was on here for weeks upon months, man. Like, that shit went on forever. Then we was going through the pandemic and shit. I was like, damn, that rematch happened at the craziest time. February. And then we went into a motherfucking pandemic crisis. Then when it all started, floating itself back up for attention, we found out he in court. In the meanwhile, Eddie Hearn's putting false information out here about Joshua and Fury. He comes back out and he loses again in the trilogy. From that point on, man, the heavyweight conversation went moot. It wasn't shit to talk about. Whether it was positive or negative, it wasn't too much to talk about no more. Yeah, people ranting and raving. Yeah, he got knocked out. That shit fizzled off. They wanted it so bad for him to win, to lose a title in the rematch. He lost it. They went ahead and made all the thumbnails and shit, talk that shit. He ain't, this, that, and the other. But then you had fans, you had some of the fans start turning around and say, damn, Deontay Wilder's tougher than I thought, dog. That dude's tough. That motherfucker's tough, dog. I've been talking all this shit about him, this, that, and the other. But then the intelligent minds start to think, like, damn, he's fighting Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is considered the top 2 heavyweight, along with Deontay Wilder, in the sport of boxing. Then he's fighting in court to step in the ring with him a 3rd fucking time. And then cats are like, damn, Deontay is motherfucking, he don't care, man. He want to get his title back. The human mind starting to work. They're really starting to process this information. They really starting to brainstorm and come up with logical assessments and saying, you know what, Deontay Wilder, we didn't really give him the amount of flowers that we should have. I'm talking about to the naysayers. So his suspension ends April 8th. His suspension ends in April. From what I know, he's going to be coming back. Like I said. Deontay Wilder is going to be coming back. And I told you my reasons as to why he wasn't leaving the sport. When money talk was all around, and I'm telling people, I don't really care about that. I'm looking at him for the man that I know. Like, I've talked to this man in my interview, right? Deontay was looking at me like I wasn't really trying to make eye contact. I wasn't there for that. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't there for eye contact. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really there for eye contact. I was there to have a decent interview. But Deontay, his eyes was beaming down. He was talking and shit. He was telling me what he wanted to tell me. And then he said, to this day. I was like, sheesh, I'm not ready, yo, Raheem, champ. To this day. So Deontay Wilder actually gave me to this day in the one-on-one interview we had at Alabama, and the clip that I showed you earlier when I was coming on live twice. When he fought and knocked out Dominic Brazil at the Barclays, that fight week was one of the best I've had with the champ. And being in fight camp several times, having a one-on-one interview with the champ and hearing, seeing him. So I kind of got the impression that, Deontay's a different type of dude when it comes down to the cloth he's cut from. Seriously, people can talk about what they want to talk, but everybody has flaws, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has flaws in the eyes of those who are judging them. They're always going to have criticism. But I always felt like Deontay Wilder was one of those supermen when it came to boxing who didn't wear the cape. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to have the S on his chest. It's pretty much when he showed up on the scene and all the highlight reels he was a part of, that was enough. That's what he gave the fans. And for him to return back to the sport, it's going to be great. I really, truly hope. I know for a fact him and whoever's training him, if it's still Malik, cool. You know what I'm saying? Malik still has some show improving to do whenever he gets around to it, because we didn't get to see much of what we were seeing on the video with Deontay Wilder when he fought Fury in the trilogy. So whoever's training Deontay Wilder, if he comes back and indeed face somebody of a name, I'd be hard pressed to say that Joshua would be that name. Seriously. Like, for him to return back to the sport, to face Joshua would be absolutely bananas, bro. Like, that would be the fight to put him back in, people's conversation, put him back on thumbnails, put him back in talking points. He come back and fight Joshua when both of them don't have any belts. Man, that shit is going to be huge. Everything that's on the line is bragging rights. Like I say, Deontay Wilder is supposed to be returning back to boxing after his suspension. He's suspended up to April, which is only, you know what I'm saying? We already in March, so we're less than a month when his suspension retires. So it may be potentially this year, 2022. But I'm looking forward to it, man. Let me get to this chat. Big dog in the building. G5 Gabe on deck. No elite fight at 140. Devin is elite. Dank on deck. What's good? G5 say salute my brother at World Combat Sports. Salute to you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be sure to check out G5. Gabe, subscribe to his channel, man. Check out his content. Batman say it might be Antoine Russell versus Alberto Puello for the WBA title. Okay, as long as he's fighting for a title, shit. As long as he's fighting for a title, that's what we want. Absolutely. Russell will rule the 140-pound division if he gets the title. Man, can you imagine Antoine Russell and Regis? Stylistically, that's a damn good fight. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's all about getting a title, a world title right now, especially for Antoine. You know what I'm saying? Still young line on the game. Yeah. Salute for Andrew. They never appreciated Wilder. Without him, you can hear a mouse piss on the cotton. Man, you definitely telling the truth on that. Man, we don't know what the fuck is going on with the heavyweight division. We don't have shit to talk about. When Wilder was in here, we was talking about him and Fury. You know what I'm saying? We already know that was just boiling over, and it was at an all-time high. Deontay Wilder didn't even want to speak to the media. And go back through any of my lives, I say, shit, if I was Deontay Wilder, I wouldn't give the fans any more of that bomb squad shit no more. I wouldn't even talk to the fans like that. I said it, bro. After his loss in the rematch in February, the fans was, turning their back on him. The ones that I thought supported him, someone was dogging him out. So I was like, if I was him, man, I'd come back and like, man, fuck the fans, dog. I got to go ahead and get my title back. And he kind of in a way did that by putting the headphones on and not really addressing the media. He let Malik be his mouthpiece. And then, of course, already the agitated fans felt some type of way about it. So, like I said, when I was in LA, when they said, oh, the fighter's going to talk to the media, it was all the media that was over there with Tyson Fury, and none was over there except me and two other people talking to Malik. So, like I said, people can question what they question. No one can question what my loyalty is. You know what I'm saying? I could have very well been in that same group of people that was over there. I did catch up to Tyson at Starbucks though, but at that moment, if I would have took a picture, which I'm usually have my camera ready and shit, which I did, I wanted to just take a picture of Tyson Fury's, the amount of media that was over there with Tyson Fury, and the lack of faces that was over here, talking to Malik. It's not like Malik don't know shit about boxing. He knows everything that was going on in the camp. Very fluent, articulate brother. You know what I'm saying? So he spoke what he had to speak. People was upset that Deontay Wilder wasn't speaking, but when you keep on stomping on somebody's neck with criticism, when they standing tall trying to give you highlight reel knockouts, and you keep shitting on them, as a fighter, they read social media. They have people that hit them up on DMs and shit, say, did you see this? It's link dropping motherfuckers every day. It's link dropping snitches every day. Deontay, check this out, Deontay. They dropping shit. Deontay don't be paying attention to all that shit. There's no way. But his people do. And it was really, once he was gone, just like G5 said, Motherfucking Mike's pissing on cotton. Ain't nobody talking about shit in the heavyweight division. Usyk's over there in this country. Joshua, I don't know what the fuck Joshua got going on. Dillian White is was the biggest mouth talking about Deontay's in court and called the man a coward so many times, and he goes to court because they feed him slave wages. 80-20. 80-20 now. This is Tyson Fury, who's coming off 2 wins over Deontay Wilder. Dillian White finally gets his slot. The door has been ajar for quite some time, but Dillian used to walk past that motherfucking peek inside. Oh no, not now. He hung around too long outside the motherfucking door. Now, when that motherfucker was wide open, Dillian White want to request more money. There's plenty of people he could have fought. He could have fought Luis Ortiz. He could have fought plenty of people. He goes in there and get knocked out by Alexander Povetkin. And you want to negotiate to fight the best heavyweight that's holding the WBC belt. You want to negotiate, and that didn't work out for you. Nobody's talking about Tyson Fury when Dillian White didn't even show up to the press conference. Dillian White didn't even show up to the press conference, y'all. Tyson Fury was out there looking stupid as fuck, y'all. Dillian did not show up to the press conference. At least Deontay showed up and he put headphones on. At least he did the face off. At least he stood there and stared down the man who defeated him the first time in his boxing career and took his title. At least he stood there man to man, chest to chest, you know what I'm saying, face to face, and gave him that energy. Dillian White said, fuck that, man. You know, the unprofessionalism of Dillian White, you ain't doing shit for the heavyweight division. It's fucked up, dog. I ain't gonna lie. It's fucked up. Deontay Wilder is the face of boxing. The champ is the reason this shit is still interesting. That's an all-time great, one of the greatest to ever do it, and the greatest of this era. Shout out to Ghost for being in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said before, when you say great next to Deontay, you know, people tend to still cringe a bit. Why? Why would you cringe? The man started fighting for his family first. And you know, when something's driven off family, if you that dude, you have a little bit more hunger than usual. So he started fighting for his daughter, started creating these highlight reels, becoming popular. You know the story, bro. They say he didn't have the boxing skills. He was wild, this, that, and the other. But one thing about it, Deontay always say, my grandma always told me I was anointed. And look, I always used to say, God damn it, his grandma was right. Because how can you be that tall and have that much power, dog? That's just wow. Like, have that much freaking power. Insane. Regis versus Antoine would be electric. I agree, man. Rougarou, he just came off a win, of course, but I had to see him against Ivan Redkach down here in the A. He was giving Redkach the business. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Redkach at the deli, he looked like he was just stopping through. You know, he looked like he was just stopping through. I got that vibe off Redkach. You know, he didn't say too much and all that shit. But when he went in there against Regis and got that ass beat and claimed that Regis hit him in the groin, I'll say that's the type of vibe and energy I was getting from Redkach at the deli. Like, he didn't really want to go all the way through this fight. So instead of him being embarrassed, Triller was paying him a nice paycheck. I mean, Regis got 800 from it. Regis got 800 out that motherfucker, dog, for Redkach. Redkach got a nice paycheck. He put on a damn good acting job, rolled out on a stretcher to the back, got up, walking around just fine, cleared by the doctors. Then now Regis just had another fight, and he signed with Probellum. So what Probellum has told him that It's definitely going to be a title shot in that agreement. Regis is going to be champion again probably, and a fight between, I know I'm prognosticating just a little bit, Gary Antoine Russell, because we're talking about big names that's at that division right now, and Gary Antoine Russell coming off his big victory, his last fight. Him and Regis got to meet. They have to meet sooner or later. I'm just saying, because Russell's name is buzzing right now at 140. His name is buzzing right now. So him and Regis have to meet, especially if they pick up titles again. Especially if they pick up titles again, shouty. We'll see. Teofimo Lopez, don't forget my boy. Teofimo Lopez is gonna be up there. I'm telling you, Teofimo's gonna be a champion too. It might even be Gary Russell versus Teofimo Lopez. That 140 division is about to take over. Seriously, it's either gonna be the 140 division or the 154 division. That's where it's at. It's gonna be 140 or it's gonna be 154. That's what I think the two hottest divisions gonna be right now. Lightweight is fizzling out. It's been fizzled out. With this debacle with Lomachenko and Kambosos. He lied to us all as always. We used to boxing lying to us. And then, they're gonna go through their deal. Nobody considers Kambosos this superstar. Fuck that. Not sure how many fights the champ is here. But I truly believe that D is the best heavyweight on earth today. And that's the next undisputed champ. Watch. So Ghost is pretty much saying that D is the next undisputed champ. Is there a window that Deontay Wilder can crack for him to get another opening at undisputed? I believe so. You know what I'm saying? Especially if by chance, when he comes back, I don't know who he's fighting, right? I say he knocks out Joshua in under 5 rounds. Real talk. Because in my opinion, Joshua don't know how to fight somebody like Deontay. He might have gathered more confidence since Deontay lost twice to Fury. But let's get one thing straight. Tyson Fury getting dropped by Deontay Wilder is not going to be the same as Anthony Joshua getting dropped by Deontay Wilder. And to be honest with you, I don't think Anthony Joshua can drop Deontay Wilder. I don't think so. I don't give a fuck about that uppercut that people was damn high on early in his career that hasn't been in existence since. Joshua don't have that chin like that. It's a difference. But he might have gained some confidence from seeing Wilder take those 2 losses from Fury. Real talk. It's crazy how they still going. It's crazy how they still doing Ortiz. Please, someone fight him. Ruiz declined and now almost finalized a fight with Chisora. Y'all seen that? I seen that. It's almost like they're trying to age Ortiz out. I don't want to jump on that same that same declaration that Louis Ortiz is much older than what they say. I don't care. As long as he start getting in the ring, like he had a tough time against Charles Martin. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? He had a tough time, man. Who has did that to Ortiz? Who has dropped him that early? Deontay dropped him early in their first fight. You know what I'm saying? And then he separated his consciousness in the second one. But he looked a little bad against Charles Martin. So I'm thinking, if I'm not mistaken, I think he had some type of, I don't know if he had an injury or something or whatever, but he didn't look entirely special in that fight with Charles Martin. He got the victory. But I don't know what was going on with Ortiz. I thought he might have been aging at that point. I'm not sure. But Andy Ruiz, man, he ain't did shit since his fight with Anthony Joshua. That was his shining moment. You know what I'm saying? And then he went in there and get dropped against Chris Arreola. And that was a shining night for Chris Arreola to step up too. Shame on Ruiz, White Joshua, and these other so-called warriors for avoiding Luis Ortiz even today at 42 years old. Yeah, man, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Deontay defended that belt 10 times back to back and did so while having the least experience. What D did is great, the definition of greatness in and out of the ring. He did defend it. If you want to talk about him actually defending, it would be 11. But yeah, successful defenses would be 10. Reigned over 5 years. You know what I'm saying? The man did spectacular, accomplishments and credentials while he was reigning champion. Plus, he was exciting. When he walked in the room, you see him out there. I think Deontay is like, what, 6'7", 6'8", something like that. You see Deontay walk in the room, he has that imposing type stature. And plus I used to tell these YouTubers, I say, y'all same ones that sitting up here criticizing, but you be asking for a picture when you see them in person. I'm not going to mention no names who I seen out there doing that shit. I say, damn, you up here, you have so much negative shit to say, but you want to get a picture with the champ, you know what I'm saying? While in the media scrum. And you're trying to ask him a question. I be paying attention to all that shit. Like some of these cats, when Deontay Wilder was still, active in the game and shit. Let's try the Dominique Brazil media scrum he did. And they're trying to ask all the questions and shit like that. No, ask him the same venom question that you would if you was on your YouTube shit, But I ain't talking about no negativity, man. I'm just mentioning the good news that Wilder will be returning. I don't know when, but his suspension ends next month, which is under 30 days right now. And he'll be returning back to the sport, man. Whatever you hear about the money shit, a black man especially, it's always a way that we can make more money. Especially Wilder, who has been in there with Fury 3 times. That dude has made some good money, dog. So what you think he's going to make when he returns? Joshua can't come up with that same little storyline that, like Eddie Hearns, Deontay, he barely makes anything. Joshua makes 15 times more than Deontay. You can't use that shit no more. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't say he don't make no more. You can't give him a 12 million flat fee. You can't give him a 15 million flat fee. 50 million is out the window. You ain't getting no more guarantee money, for this, and this, just to make the fight. That's over. Years has passed. Joshua has lost his belts. Deontay has lost his belt. That would be a good fight to kick this off on the return. Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. They both coming off losses, and there's history between these two. Let's see them lace up, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. People hate what they wish they could be and know they can't be. These folks hate on D because he is everything these clowns could ever dream of being. He doing what they wish their favorites did. Let me tell you this, Ghost. I don't know you, bro. Whoever you are, I don't know you. Let me tell you this, though. I'm in my 50s, bro. I've been around the world seeing a lot of shit. But when I had the opportunity to start covering these fighters, right, I hear cats say all the time that you're a fan of the sport, not the fighter. And I say that's just a bunch of bullshit right there. Because if you fuck with a fighter heavy, you're studying up this fighter. You want to see this fighter fight in person. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a fan of that fucking fighter. You're going to be a fan. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be an absolute fan of that fighter, bro. I say to myself all the time, I thank the Most High for allowing me to, be a part of the fighters that I was able to experience. Deontay Wilder being one of them. Outside of Roy Jones, Deontay Wilder, I've been around him probably more. I don't know. It's close, but I'm thankful. And I say I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the combat sports. I'm a fan of these fighters that I support heavy, especially Deontay Wilder. I had the opportunity to see the Muhammad Ali of my era fight. That's what I had a chance to see. I don't know about y'all. That's what I had an opportunity to cover. I had an opportunity to cover this guy. I had the opportunity to cover an Olympian. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I look at it, man. You know, people can say what they want, but I had the opportunity to cover him in Alabama, at JD's show, Fight Camp, down here in Atlanta, Barclays, MGM, all over the fucking place. I salute you, Deontay Wilder. Appreciate you. Appreciate for you not being a stuck-up individual, man. You know, a person that accomplished as much as you did, but yet you still fuck with the fans. And the only time he didn't fuck with the fans is when he felt the fans weren't fucking with him. I think deep down inside, he believed, he know for a fact that he was doing a lot. Like he was giving interviews, he was sitting up there being all cordial and hospitality and shit, you know, just being professional. And then these fans started dogging him the fuck out after he lost to Fury. He's sitting back reading that shit. He say, "Oh, all right." You don't know what you're missing till it's gone. So that's what I tell people, man. Take it as you may. But me, I was a fan. For real. Still is a fan, man. I got a chance to cover the best heavyweight in my era while I was living. I'm on the back end of my life. I got a chance to cover these greats. Roy Jones Jr. had a chance to see James Toney outside the ring. You know, Deontay Wilder, all these motherfucking greats, dog. You have to take a moment and soak that shit all in, bro. Yeah, you can get on here and talk and give a live and shit like that, but I got to give a big salute, man, for Deontay and being able to do what he was able to do, doing his, you know, while he was reigning as WBC heavyweight champ, man. And you know, it's good he was able to make money, more money than he ever thought he would make in the beginning. But I had the opportunity to cover him, man. So salute to you, champ, for not being, I mean, you know, someone that would not talk to the media. I couldn't imagine if Deontay didn't talk to the media. I would say, damn, that's the top heavyweight in the game, and I can't get access to him. But yeah, a lot of these fighters lack the mental. Let me see. He had a hard time. People hate when they wish they could be and know they can be. I think I missed this comment. People hate what they wish they could be and know they can't be. These folks hate on D because everything these clowns could ever dream of being. He doing what they wish their favorite did. Absolutely, man. True words spoken right there. We wish we can be in his shoes, but in order for you to be in Deontay Wilder's shoes, you would have had to split the ropes and step in the ring in the heaviest division of boxing. That is the highest tier. It's no bridger weight over heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? That is the heaviest division, dog. These cats are gargantuans, dog. Ginormous individuals. He had a hard time against Charles, but let's not forget how he had the success back to the headshots, clean ones, and he had a long layoff, but came in injured. He also had diabetes. He has no time. Yeah, I knew he had something going into that fight, but he worked through it. You know what I'm saying? He worked through it there, Ghost, for real. I like Ortiz. For real. I like Ortiz. Seriously. He ain't lost since Deontay Wilder. And then not only that, he was the first to really challenge him like that. Like he in the 7th round, you know, he was the first to really challenge him. That's after being knocked down. And then, you know, of course, the Bronze Bomber had to drop that bomb on him and close out the fight. G5 Gave said a lot of these fighters lack the mental fortitude to be great, even if they have the talent to be great. The mental aspect isn't all there. And you see a lot of inconsistencies. I guess G5 talking about what we've been witnessing lately. The mental fortitude to call out another fighter, call out the top names. You know what I'm saying? We're not seeing that. These fighters ain't trying to be great. They trying to be rich, bro. We'll sit up here and say, well, support the black fighters, support the black fighters. But like I said about Deontay, like he was all about supporting his people. I don't really get that from the comments that's been made. I'm not getting off the subject. I'm not. I'm saying recently with the Charlos, I was disappointed because it seemed like they was more so fitting nice and snug into the stereotypical, black man want to just be all about the money and the materialistic things to go along with it. But you have Canelo that's out there and you want to sit and be a nice little boy instead of fighting somebody else that's great to build up your credentials and put more badges to your chest plate. Mike Tyson, man, I absolutely enjoyed him explaining and telling Jamal Charlo what he needed to do. And Jamal Charlo, man, he was hard-headed. He wasn't trying to listen to a great like Mike Tyson. He said David Benavidez has low value. What do you think a Charlo has? Especially after both of y'all had some of the worst interviews in the past couple of months. You and your brother had some of the worst PR that you can imagine from two names that people are familiar with residing in a boxing state. You got Errol Spence and the Charlos and plenty other cats. But people know y'all because y'all are the Charlo twins that you mention all the time. So Mike was trying to explain to you, call their name out, talk about their mama. Now, I don't have to be disrespectful, but yet y'all was taking jabs at Deontay and shit, nigga. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't have to be disrespectful when you said we broke. You said we was fucking broke. Man, come on, man. You got to keep that same energy, man, when you're around Mike. You got to keep that same energy. And look, I got to throw this in there. Make sure y'all check out my video I had with Team Williams and Roy Jones Jr. And when Roy addressed that shit, that Charlo, notice I didn't bring Charlo into the question. I let Charlo, he's unimportant. He's a non-factor. I want to really, talk about Paul Pierce, because if I talked about Charlo into the equation, Charlo is a boxer like Roy, and he'll never be on Roy's level. So I didn't even give him the opportunity to even blend him into the conversation to get some clout. I didn't want him to get no shine, because what he proved to me off the Mike Tyson interview is that he's cool with Selecki. He's cool with it. He's trying to wait. He's fucked around and fucked up on the catch and shoot and said he was waiting on Canelo. He did. He wasn't even smoking. He fucked around on the catch and shoot and said he was waiting on Canelo. So what does that tell fight fans? They pretty much saying Charlo is not trying to be great. He ain't trying to step up there and fight no Benavidez. He ain't trying to do that shit. What about Andrade? I heard Andrade's about to fight for the WBO interim title at super middleweight. He about to face Zach Parker. You mean to tell me Demetrius Andrade that was in the same division as yourself, he is taking the elevator up to the highest, another higher division, and he's about to step in there and fight for an interim title while you still there at 60, holding on to the WBC gifted by Canelo? Anyway, bro. But that's a solid point there, G5. Solid point, man. Man, shout out to the Oracle. Goddamn, get the smoke, man. I ain't gonna lie, dog. That's the Oracle of YouTube. Goddamn boxer right there, dog. Smoke got there. Really, that name is fitting, bro. He always want to be in the middle of everything, dog. Nobody can say get the smoke is not about his name for real. They can call us. Appreciate you pulling up, dog. They can call us broke, take jabs at Deontay, and say all the type of shit and spread lies about Andrade. But don't you dare ask them to speak on Canelo or David Benavidez now. I'm just disappointed that my brother, as much fucked up shit as he said about Deontay, I was expecting him and Jamel to have a different type of mentality. Like right now, Jamel is shining more than his brother because he is stepping back in there for a rematch. Now, granted, he didn't give me that same type of impulse. It seems like it was a little bit low after the fight because I got to talk with Al Heyman. I got to talk. No, somebody said, oh, definitely, we got to run that back. We got to run that back. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We got to run it back. You kind of got to give that same energy like Kambosos did to T.O. He said, we can have a rematch. We can have a rematch. It'll be in Australia, blah, blah, blah. That's the only big up I'm giving Kambosos. But anyway, for Marcello, he's just seeming like with his kids and everything, like he's in daddy mode. He's not really caring about being great. He want to sit and get up a paycheck. Because for one, I don't think you're beating Canelo unless you step up the opposition to prepare you for that. Like fight somebody that's a common opponent, like they always talk about the welterweight division. My boy Bud Crawford, they say, oh, he ain't fought nobody. He need to fight a common opponent. First one to step in, Kell Brook. He smashes him. Cleans him out in 4 rounds. Oh, they ain't the same Kell Brook. And then, look, I'm on here just like get the smoke. I'm like, well, the last time I checked, like he fought a damaged Kell Brook in under a year, dropping down 2 weight class. How much severe does that shit get? How much more severe does that get when he took a beating from Gennady, 2 weight classes up to drop down, and Errol Spence fights him under a year? So they didn't, he fight a common opponent, and then he retired Sean Porter briefly. So we need a common opponent for Marcello when it comes to Canelo. We need a common opponent, bro. Or we need somebody that's not a common opponent. I know Caleb Plant is taken. Somehow that shit was in the air. That flew away. Now David Benavidez, you busy complaining that he should be in Bridgerweight, goddamn cruiserweight, heavyweight. That seemed like excuses to me, man. I'm just disappointed in you, man. For real. All that shit y'all talk, I'm disappointed. Benavidez, no, Andrade is great. I agree, man. Andrade's about to make a move right now, man. I see it. Andrade's making a move, man. He's about to face Zach Parker. That's a good move for him. He separated himself. That's the same shit I told the Haney's to do. I said, don't wait around, for T.O. Don't wait around too long down there lightweight. Move on. You know what I'm saying? Andrade, it wasn't shit going on in 60, so he got the fuck up out of there, man. Triple G's not going to fight you. Them guys have been sitting on the couch. Yotam Morales been sitting on the couch. Marcello's, he did fight Lomachenko and Montiel and stuff like that. But yet, we're talking about the champions reside that's in your division, bro. So now Andrade's gone. It's almost like he's not even talking about the move. It's almost like he's not even having a conversation with his fans to say, shit, I got to go now. Andrade left. I got to go to 68. Get this smoke. Andrade with all the smoke. Go prove it. He's not great. That's your favorite fighter to see him. Benavidez nor Andrade is great. They're not great right now. I agree with that. I didn't reach your comment properly. But they're not great right now. But if you had to say the buzz between both of them, you would get different answers every time. You know what I'm saying? They give Andrade just a smidget more credit stylistically and what they believe his potential is than they would Benavidez. Because we know Benavidez get hit a lot. He squares up to his opponent. I mean, you get the right opponent in there, man. He'd take a lot of punishment. Take an Andrade, he's much more craftier, masterful, and the whole style of his is just more prettier than David Benavidez. If you was to say put them in the ring together, a lot of people say that Benavidez will get outboxed by Andrade. You know what I'm saying? So Ghost said Andrade is willing to fight at any weight for that smoke. When all options, Munguia, Triple G, Charlo, Murata disappeared, he moved up to 68. He's going up to 75 if they say no at 168. He's after greatness. I hope he, from what I understand, he's supposed to fight Zach Parker sometime in May or June, something like that. So let's hope he gets that fight at 68 first, and he pick up that interim title. See if he can shake shit up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? See if he can shake it up a little bit. See if Canelo will want to fight him. Cause look, if Andrade fuck around and pick up the belt and get a shot at Canelo first, either two things gonna happen. He's gonna get the shot, or Canelo's gonna end up vacating. Either way, it benefits Andrade. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it benefits him inserting himself in the super middleweight picture. Andrade has never faced a champ. Now, 3 division. Well, I tell you, smoke come on deck. Goddamn it, that's an arsonist. But he ain't there with the right one. Goes, he said, get the smoke because no one wants the smoke. G, no one. They sent contracts to everyone, literally. Charlo said no to $7 million. Triple G cried and ended up getting 0 promo for a fight after Andrade. I did hear some numbers being tossed around and shit was turned down and stuff like that. I don't understand why Charlo never pushed for a fight with Andrade. I just don't know, man. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. What I've said about Andrade, I wasn't too high on Andrade, because his performances haven't been there, right? But maybe go see something I don't. But I haven't really never been high. As of recent, it's been a lot of people boosting up Andrade, man. The man, I've heard different people even pronounce his name different. Andrade. They really been boosting this man's name up lately, bro. They've been giving Andrade high favor to make a move. And I want to see it happen because to me, I just haven't really seen him produce any excitement, any electricity. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't seen it. Charlo said he's staying at 60. That's unfortunate, man. You know what I'm saying? That's unfortunate for Mar Charlo stay at 60. And these channels that support Texas fighters heavy. I know some of them have. That I can say. I know some of them have called Charlo out. I can't sit up here and even exacerbate that lie. There have been channels that call out Charlo for the way he looked on Mike Tyson podcast. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that's the case, but some of them haven't. And it needs to be spoke on more because they listen to social media. You know what I'm saying? What's going to happen if Mel Charlo picks up these unified titles? That's the big question because he's a Charlo. Get the smoke. Matter of fact, Munguia declined him 3 times. So who you want to fight? Andrade is the guy who pulled out of fights with champs not named Billy Joe Saunders. See, I ain't never had smoke on not smoke. I ain't never had Ghost on the channel, but this is something that y'all should be able to talk out. But Ghost is the ghost, man. Shit. Ghost, you need to pop up on my damn panel sometime, bro. I don't care if it's just one time, man. I need to know who you are, bro. I need to have a conversation. because obviously your knowledge is um adept enough to speak on boxing above average. You know what I'm saying? You have extensive knowledge. I know Smoke already. He's been on the panel. He said, get the smoke, never pulled out. You holding on to shit which happened 10 years ago and twisting up the events. They had a bad contract, and that's what happened. Um, and that's what happened, but keep lying though. That's not what Dad said. He explained why they pulled out. I thought we were talking about his career. Charlo said F Andrade because of how dirty he did little Charlo. Yeah, absolutely, that's the case. Same DNA. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much said put him on the shelf, blacklist him, and don't give him a shot. I'm saying not even, don't give him a shot, period. Listen to what his father said. He said it was a fight they had never signed to. They wanted it, but contracts was never not right. Bro, even Espinosa basically backed what Paul said. So it was Dan that pulled out. Yo, welcome at Sports DM later on IG. I'm gonna get Andrade brother a father on your show. All right, for sure, man. For sure. I'll do that. But I appreciate y'all two brothers chopping it up. Because I pretty much know both of y'all, you'll have that depth of knowledge in boxing. Like I said before, I can relate to Smoke from being on certain panels, man. He ain't short of the motherfucking fuse when it comes to lighting the fire. But Ghost knows his shit too. You know what I'm saying? Two intelligent brothers, man, in the sport of boxing. That's what's up. But Deontay Wilder returning back to the sport, man. I hope that is indeed the case. And I'm looking forward to it there, Bronze Bomber. You know what I'm saying? With boxing, everyone faces adversity. You know what I'm saying? You faced adversity at the top of the tier. You lost to one of the best heavyweights next to you in this era. It happens. But what I know about Deontay this far is that he went over there to Africa, found out what tribe he was a part of. And I'm telling people like, no. You're not going over there to figure all this out. You know what I'm saying? To figure all this out and to allow a nemesis of yours like Tyson Fury to have the last say so on you returning back to the sport. No, I don't see that in him. I don't see it. I don't care how much money he made. I don't see him ever not stepping back into the square and leaving Tyson Fury as the overseer. You know what I'm saying? As the one who adjudicated his professional career. No, I don't see that shit at all, bro. I see him returning back to the sport. I don't care who he fight. He don't have to fight Fury. That is over for a while. He can fight all the other ones over there. Go knock out Daniel Dubois, goddammit. I don't give a fuck who you knock out. Just go on another knockout spree and fuck some of these guys up. If it's Dillian White, okay, goddamn fight Dillian White. I don't care. I just want to see him come back. I want to mention Joshua's name, but Joshua and Eddie Hearns, man, it just seems like even with what Deontay Wilder has experienced with Fury, I don't believe Joshua's still confident to say, damn, this was Joshua's conversations to self. Self, if he knocked Fury down twice, what the fuck he gonna do to me? That's Joshua's conversation with self. Self, what do I do? I don't think he has confidence in himself. He said, God damn, both of these cats knocked each other down in their fights. It hasn't been a fight that they linked up with each other that one of them didn't touch the canvas. So what the fuck you think Joshua's thinking? Joshua's saying, I know I'm going down to the canvas. My big question is, can I get up? Because Joshua's quitted before. So we know him to be a quitter, but can he get up if he's hit? by Deontay Wilder. Because just because he lost don't mean the powers went anywhere. You know? So man, let us know when you headed back, champ. Break the news, goddammit, right here on WCS. You feel me? You know I could drive up to Alabama in a heartbeat. Hit me on the DM. Let me know. I grab my pack and I'm out, shawty, for real. At Get This Smoke, they never pulled out. My brother, they were asking for the contract for months and didn't receive it. They wanted to fight, but they were given two different numbers, no papers. King Mitch, Andrade's father, said on True School Sports that he pulled Andrade out the fight. The reason don't matter. The man said he pulled him out, then started talking about contracts. Damn. King Mitch, it's funny you say that because his exact words were, we never pulled out. We didn't even sign a contract for the for the event. Still haven't seen it. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm glad I only have a certain amount of people that be in my live chat. It's not hundreds because I get to deal with the ones right that I know that know what the fuck they talking about. You know, you get damn threads like this that makes all the sense in the world. You know what I'm saying? Good boxing shit. At Get This Smoke, the numbers were off by over 300K. They were never sued for damages. Still haven't been. They sued Rock Nation, but later reached an agreement outside of court and dropped it. Woo. If they pulled out, they didn't. Why didn't Team Charlo or Team Showtime ever sue them for damages? Y'all telling me they pulled out 2 weeks before an event and nothing happened. So you see how I'm staying out of this? Because a lot of shit I can verify on this because I've read shit about this, but I'm letting these cats cook, dog. Smoke comes back and say he said they didn't like the money. Andrade and his dollar is why he's a 34-year-old 2-division champ in a 3rd division without ever facing a champ. He's the one who said he don't need to fight champs. Damn, is that true, Ghost? Ghost, the man literally said, so I pulled out. I pulled him out. I mean, current or former champ. G5 said Wilder would fold AJ like a lawn chair. AJ can't block a right hand to save his life. Yeah, AJ will get folded, man. I think he takes him out in under 5. You know, if anybody I want to see Deontay, you know, lock up with on the return, definitely it'll be AJ. Because he'll get paid good. People come out and see that fight. And then the same ones that I was freaking, you know, arguing with back in the day on Facebook and shit, when they was going through that first initial negotiation process. Now, a lot of them probably changed now because Joshua has lost and pretty much shown us what I said he was, over fucking rated. A robot. Go say, yet Andrade accepted Triple G and Canelo in 2018 and 2019. Yet Andrade signed his end on Charlo deal, which Charlo declined. Yet he is the one moving up, chasing champions. One thing I can say, he's fighting for an interim title. It's a vacant, you know, of course, but he's moving up. He is chasing the 3rd division. He is moving up and fighting for an interim. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly, we have to wait for the official damn announcement. Yet he is the one calling out his mandatories to take fights. Man, stop it. The man is literally pulling up to events. He did. You know, he did. I give him that. G5 said, as a good host, You should let good debates go back and forth. There's not disrespect at all. Good shit. Yeah, that's what I try to do, man. Especially, that's what I tell people all the time. I might have this amount of people in my chat, but I know who they are, and I know who's gonna drop it. I know when the SOS signal goddamn go up, boy. I put the goddamn bomb squad signal up. I know the names is gonna pull up, boy. I just let people cook in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's supposed to be. It ain't no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I'm let as long as it's on boxing, I'm educating myself. On shit because they got the keyboards in front of them. They're able to retrieve their recall memory and also shit they can check that's accessible to them. So it not only educates me, but it educates those who hit the replay also. You feel me? That's what I like. Ghost, you mean that multi-fight deal with Eddie offered to Charlo? G5 said, yes, sir, bro. I do the same thing on my channel. That's just crazy, though, man. That's crazy. I never thought Andrade would inject so much energy on a live chat. But I'm telling you, man, the energy is shifting for Andrade. Whether it's positive or negative, like the energy is shifting for him, dog. Because people are desperate. Real talk. The 160-pound division is like the trunk of a car, man. You know what I'm saying? You got shit back there, but you ain't trying to pop that motherfucker. Nah, I get to that later. Nobody's paying attention to it, bro. It's a non-factor. The middleweight division is weak as fuck, dog. And then you have, like I said before, Maul Charlo acting like he don't even want to step up and take no challenge. He's comfortable with, waiting for All Access to do a special on his crib so him and his brother can bring their cars over. And man, we tired of that as black people. That's the same criticism I had of Devin Haney. I said, man, we as black people, we know that we love shit. So in order for you to allow your fans, more fans to connect with you, you got to do more outside of social media. Just like the Charlos, they have to do more outside of social media. Now, for Errol Spence, I will say this: Errol Spence is not a show off. I give him that. I do criticize the shit out of him, but he ain't a show off. God damn it! You don't see Spence out here doing this, that, and the other. You barely see him doing anything except every now and then you might see his horses, but he ain't a show off like that. From what I see on social media. Neither is Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? And I can't really get to your Dennis Ugans and Keith Thurman because they lunchbox, can only hold so much money. You know what I'm saying? They still working themselves up to that point. So, they got their lunchbox money right now. They can't show off if they wanted to. But I heard Keith Thurman's wife paid though. Darius on deck. I see you. Salute. Goes had his brother on Southern T on Saturday. Like his brother said, we're pulling up to events to chase champions. Someone fight us and prove we ain't shit. Oh shit. They doing the tour, goddamn it. They are doing the tour. I mean, I like it, man. Like I said, I like this shit. I like that these fighters are stepping up trying to get this money. Everyone not named Murata is babysitting belts at 160. Why not Murata though? Because he received that when Canelo vacated, and he's been out the sport like a couple of years. That smoke. Why you say everyone not named Murata is babysitting? Isn't Murata babysitting too? He ain't did shit. It's almost like he got COVID platinum. Andrade's father was in that interview for maybe half an hour. He said a lot of things. At Ghost isn't wrong, but neither am I as it pertains to what the man said. I guess it's up for interpretation. All right. See, what we have to do is we have to hit the replay because we have access to that on these social media platforms. So you have to quote it verbatim. If it's on the replay, it has to be verbatim. So now I'm very interested because I didn't see the interview. But when I get out of here, I'm very interested to review it. Like I said, so I can educate myself on that particular live. You know what I'm saying? Now that I know where it was, I'm interested in that shit. WTS and Murata doing then? Community watch with the belt? I'm gonna tell you, Smoke, Murata been over there molesting that belt, shawty, for real. I ain't seen him do shit. Take it out for a walk, goddamn for a ride, take it to the damn local food mart. He ain't did shit, dog. Andrade support is fueled by Charlo PBC detracting. At King Mitch, if you say what you said with context, the why, I'm right on this one. He explained everything for the 100th time, literally. For the 100th time, Mitch. For the 100th time, dog. Andrade is benefiting from top ranked the zone versus PBCB. Okay. I get it. Because it's a lot more than PBC beef going on, for real. And like Andrade brother said on Southern T, your favorite fighter not fighting him because brothers know what happened last time they shared a ring, especially David Benavidez. Did y'all catch that? Ugh. It was tart. That was sour. Ugh. He said, your favorite fighter's not fighting him because niggas know what happened last time they shared a ring, especially David Benavidez. Do you even see how that shit went left and right at the same time? To my brother sharing a ring? Ugh. I don't know. You have to pay attention to boxing to even get that. G5 say Arrow and Bud are both humble dudes who have strong personalities. Both great, and I don't care who wins the fight. Even though I favor EJ, I like Bud as well. Either way, boxing wins. Well, I know they both humble dudes. I can say more so Bud from the amount of times I've seen him in person. You know what I'm saying? But my take on fighters I support, I'm not disliking them if I don't support them heavy. No, not at all. But the ones I really rock with heavy, I go for my fighter. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't say, well, my heart is with Bud. I mean, my heart is with Arrow, but I think Bud is gonna win. Or my heart is with Bud, but I think Arrow's gonna win. I just say, you know what? Ain't nobody rocking Bud off his pedestal right now, man. That's just me. But look at it this way, G5. We don't even know if the fight gonna fucking happen. In 22, 23. Y'all might be talking to me from goddamn assisted living. You know what I'm saying? By the time this motherfucker happen, my voice would be all different. Nigga be coughing into the mic. It's good to see y'all again. Man, I might be halfway goddamn gone out this motherfucker, dog. Before they even sign a contract. I need to get this, this needs to happen soon. While I'm still competent enough, to know what the fuck is going on around me. I'm gonna start forgetting shit on air. When the last time we talked about this? Shit. Andrade will likely leave the zone soon. He has always said he can fight on other networks. We'll see. Because like I said, they buzzing about Andrade. They want to see him step up and get a fight, man, because he hasn't had that breakout fight like that. But people always give him credit. Like I've had more people recently give Andrade credit for being that guy. You know what I'm saying? That one of the most dangerous guys is out there. King Mitch said, "Get the smoke." So that means Triple G is fighting him too, right? Murata, the fastest guy to unify in 160 in decades. I want to know why he's been sitting out for as long as he has, though, and they haven't stripped him of the title. Don't you have a mandatory in the WBA? I remember when Deontay Wilder was conversing back and forth, verbal jousting with Anthony Joshua back then, and then all of a sudden the WBA comes out and say that he has a mandatory, he needs to sign to face that mandatory. He's going to be stripped within a week. The week came and went. If I'm not mistaken, Murata has the WBA title, right? So how can you be out of the sport that long and just chilling? Like, what is going on with Murata? What is he doing? I'm trying to give the man's father some respect and not say his statements were contradictory. King Mitch, I won't disagree with that. The way he explained Laura's situation was messed up. But Charlo's situation, bro, that's public knowledge. He has been for a decade. Espinosa basically confirmed it. Batman said, I've been telling y'all Boo Boo Andrade hands and feet on DB. I've been hearing a lot of people boost up, man. Big up Andrade. Seriously. This might be his time to prove him right. I just, I've been the guy, I haven't really seen him fight a spectacular fight yet. But he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate him and his pops going up, crashing the post-fight conference of Canelo Alvarez. Absolutely. That's what you got to do. King Mitch, as for the Laura situation, timing was the big issue there. It's true they said no to Laura earlier that year. Came with a better deal, and Laura had bigger fish. That's all. If Murata isn't babysitting by fighting Triple G, then neither is Triple G. I agree with most of your statement about them 160s. I just think Murata should be included in the after school babysitting club. For real, man. With food vouchers. Because you babysit that long, them Pampers get expensive. Especially if gas is sitting at like $4 and something. Goddamn Murata and Triple G just sitting there like chilling, man. Triple G probably so bored he calling up Abel Sanchez. Hey, ¿qué pasó, amigo? What you doing? Abel like, hey, what the fuck you doing calling me, man? You get your big paycheck and you fire me? Fuck you, man. Get off my line. Man, Triple G bored. He calling up Abel Sanchez and shit. Triple G like, oh, the big drama show. I expected that for you. Big drama show. Batman said, and did it with relative ease. Looked like Floyd versus Canelo, but worse. I really want to see this, what y'all talking about with Andrade for real. To be honest, I seen him fight, but I haven't paid close attention to Andrade. But yet I've been hearing voices echo the sentiment that the dangerous man right now, one of the most dangerous men right now is Andrade. For real. I've been hearing that shit, man. I'm not talking about just from YouTube. I'm talking about from fighters, telling me that shit. King, how long has Triple G been a champ at middleweight? Forever. He has. I mean, ever since Canelo, you know what I'm saying? Because Canelo, he didn't really give a damn about after he won the titles. First of all, I never really understood how Canelo can move up and be somewhat the A side to fight Triple G at 60. I don't know. That kind of lost me. I'm puzzled to this day on how that happened. I don't care if he's a bigger name or what. I mean, Canelo beats him, and then he gets the fuck out of Dodge for a little bit. And Triple G's been there chilling, doing what he wanted to do. I don't think he's really expanded his worth or brought up his appraisal at 60. It's almost like he wanted to stay there so he can be compared to Bernard Hopkins. People not respecting that shit. Like, you're sitting there doing nothing ever since they said you this and that comparable to Bernard Hopkins. You're comfortable. You waiting on Daddy Canelo? Like, dude, it's more fights for you to have. What if we would have seen him fight anybody in that division? From Andrade to Murata, which they say they're going to fight because, Murata got COVID, didn't he? Something like that. Or Charlo. All would have been good fights. One of the worst divisions in boxing. Middleweight division. Real talk. One of the worst. Trick in the building. WCS, what's good? Salute to the chat. Salute to your Trick. What's good with you, big dog? How many legit challengers in that time to against Canelo and Jacobs? Am I missing anyone? How many legit challengers in that time? Are you talking about Triple G? He did fight Jacobs and Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, Smoke, that has since expired a while ago. Like, we've been waiting for Triple G. Man, what was his last opponent that he got up out of there, man? Nobody won. I think it was like 4 or 5 people in there eating popcorn and shit. They thought they was giving away tickets outside the arena. They said, hey, you want to go see a movie? And they found out it was Triple G fighting. They said, all right, fuck, cool, let's go. I mean, nobody wasn't even really watching that fight, dog. But he does have a Danny Jacobs and a Canelo. He beat Jacobs and he lost to Canelo. But hey, he's waiting for Daddy Canelo to come back down and scoop him up. Go said, World Combat he said play, but pay close attention. The dude fights with either stance like it's his natural. His defense ability is underrated, and he is that other level, just fights to a level of his opponent. I've seen him do that. Look, I never said I didn't know anything about him. I know what his capabilities are, but I never really paid entirely close attention to him because to me, it seems like his opposition was worthless to me in a sense. Like, it really didn't have any merit to him expanding his notoriety or building up his popularity with the boxing fans. It just didn't stand out to me. That's all. Like, I can't say Andrade is a bad dude. He don't come off to me as being a bad dude at all, dog. You know what I'm saying? He don't. But I just really never paid attention to him all the time consistently because I've been waiting for him to get that one fight with the big names. And the only one he had history with was, the Charlo bullshit and, your large shit. And we need him to get some physical history. If he wants to move up there and defeat Zach Parker, and then Benavidez defeat his next opponent, David Lemieux, which I believe he is, it'd be good to see them strap. If he's willing to step in there, I don't want to see Andrade face Caleb Plant because he don't have a belt, right? And listen to me when I tell you, Caleb Plant don't have a belt. I know Canelo has his belt, but the only champion that's at 68 that hasn't been defeated was Benavidez. So if Andrade can go up there and defeat Benavidez, he will have more of a shot at Canelo interest wise rather than Charlo. Because the only reason that he's given Gennady any attention is that they've been in the ring twice already. And he's saying that Gennady's been talking shit, which is what everybody does. So you want to talk about peak of interest? Show me something. Then Andrade would have did that. He would have defeated the only champion that wasn't defeated, that lost his belts by, cocaine and weight and all that shit. Defeat him, and then Canelo might turn over there and say, okay, cool. Let's fight Andrade. Let's go. I'm with it. You went in there and defeated Benavidez. Let's go. I didn't have to fight him. You fought him. Let's go. That's the way I look at it, man. Batman said Ghost a lot of 160 fighters and Dead 168 gonna not want to fight him. Why you think Canelo trying to convince his fan base that Boo Boo Andrade is should have fighter, a horrible fighter? Yeah, I think Canelo was just looking at his competition and just talking shit. Really, he was just showing his bravado. He's at the top. He was just trying to talk down on that shit. Batman, exactly. Dudes fight from either stance like it's his natural. Dude got real one punch power. Damn, Andrade like that. If he's trying to take you out, he makes amazing adjustments, amazing cardio. I've been sleeping then. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just don't cover boxing. I'll be looking at BJJ tournaments and MMA, but I must have been sleeping on Andrade. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's gonna be my homework. I'm going to this evening. I'm going to take looks at Andrade's fights, even though it's not one that interests me. Okay, let me ask you this, Ghost. What is a fight that I can see him put on this display of skill? What should be a fight that I should tune into? Okay, all right, cool. Quickly, Selecki, got you. I'll do that. Murata Unifine is beastly compared to these other dudes. Get the smoke said Murata Unifine is beastly compared to these other dudes. Deontay was a legit opponent for Triple G. He damn near win that fight. You mean Deontay damn near won that fight, right? Because in my opinion, that's what I see. Andrade horrible business decisions derail his career. Ugh, the blades are out. Shang. Damn. He said Andrade's horrible business decisions. Damn. WCSU hilarious. They thought it was a movie. I'm just saying, man. He fought. What was that guy he fought? Soretti, whatever he is. I'm curious. That dude. Sarameda. That shit was boring as fuck, dog. Sarameda and Derenchenko should have won that fight, dog. 114, 113, one scorecard, and 115, 112 on the other two. I mean, that was a good fight. But Gennady Golovkin last fight was December 2020 at the end of the pandemic, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? So he's going on a year and a half, damn near. He's approaching a year and a half. As for Yoda Murata, he's 16-2, 13 KOs. Yoda Murata hasn't fought since December 2019. He's coming off a fifth round TKO stoppage of Stephen Butler. December 2019, y'all. The man has been out the ring over 2 years. Wow. Unfreaking believable. And they're scheduled to fight next month, supposedly. I heard that shit changed, though. I don't know if it's going to stick or not, but April 9th. They supposed to fight. Wow. Man, big shout out to the vet, my comrade on the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr. What is good there, Terrence? Man, I haven't seen you in a minute, bro. Terrence used to be flexing on them niggas. Don't get the low tone confused. Selecki had arguably beat Danny Jacobs right before he got in there with Andrade. And it was short notice. Not Andrade's best, but he still displayed another level of skill. I'm about to check him out, like you said. I'm gonna check out those two fights, man. Andrade's solid, but he ain't like that. One punch power. Mitch. God damn, y'all battling this shit out at King Cool. That's guys and 4 fights. Triple G got a belt in 2010. That's why he's a babysitter, not Murata. Damn. Triple G been out since December 2020, dog. Both of them cats been out for a while. At King Cool, 3 guys fought. Terrence say, if Loma leaves Ukraine to fight Kambosos, what is going on with this shit? If Loma leaves Ukraine to fight Kambosos, he should lose his citizenship. His country needs him more than boxing. I know where you at, coming from another vet. I get it. But one man don't make a war. So if you're gonna punish somebody, one person, yeah, we know one person can get punished over here in the US. If you object to going to war, you're being punished, even thrown in the brig possibly. It's according to what service you in. And look, they want to see if you're an asset to your country. I mean, asset to your service. So yeah, I know what you're saying. Why you think Samson talking when they talk about Boo Boo Andrade, when they talking about him and David Benavidez fighting? They scared over there in the Benavidez camp. Oh man, for real? I don't know. I just don't get that energy from Benavidez that he's scared of Andrade. But you know what, Batman? I think we're gonna find out in the upcoming months. I think we're gonna find out because Benavidez has been talking. He said, I seen him on several podcasts. I know something he said that was absolutely true. He said when it comes to Edgar Berlanga, he'll stop him either at 68 or 175. I truly believe that. I do. I truly believe that. Being off what we've seen with Berlanga. And then for the Andrade situation, if both of them have fights, like I said, I would definitely like to see Andrade fight Benavidez. Because Charlo, we already know he doesn't possess the ownership of the cojones to call out Benavidez and take the fight at a higher division. He don't have it. He don't have it, dog. He don't have the cojones to do that shit, dog. King Mitch, he just doesn't sit on his punches like that. Yes, one punch. You seen how dirty dude hit Quigley? Watch some of his earlier fights, especially 154. I'm gonna watch that shit, dog. I'm not here to defend Triple G because he's full of shit like most boxers. And I thought Chenko won that fight. I did too, man. I did too. I had high hopes for Andrade back in the day. He disappeared, then showed up fighting Eddie Hearn dumpster diving ops. Oh, shit. You want to talk about goddamn sparring up in this motherfucking. Y'all up here sparring like a mug, man. Damn. Mitch say at Ghost, come on, man. Ghost said at WCS, why you think they haven't fallen in all that time? Ask your sources about the offers they had to fight Andrade and the tantrums they threw. Wow. I just don't get that from Team Benavidez. But like I said before, it's a lot that I know about this situation. But man, why is it all? Well, I can't say that because we seen this shit happen in welterweight. I smoke Andrade, Charlo, and Triple G babysitting on weekdays. And Murata only does weekend shifts. Marauders does goddamn the full week, dog. Murata's been out since 2019. He's got his babysitting license. He has all the equipment, everything. He even got down the vouchers that they give you. You know what I'm saying? To get certain Pampers and milk. Murata has that shit. He get free Pampers, milk, goddamn health and comfort items for his belt. Yeah, his baby's well taken care of, man. Get free cleaning, maintenance, all that shit. Since when has it been cool for a guy to stay calling out a guy in a lower weight division? Smoke, I look at it like this, like, once again, they want to fight Canelo, but they're not willing to do what Canelo does, right? So, I'm just going to erase that whole shit. I'm just going to erase my whole thought. It's not that I forgot it. I'm just going to erase it because I get where you're coming from. But I looked at it as if I wanted to give Charlo some type of credit. I was trying to give him credit as being a higher tier name than just the average, because it's time for him to move the fuck up. And you know, Canelo, he relocated from division 68-75. So I'm trying to insert Charlo into that as to why Benavidez want to fight him, because he has a little bit of, you know, clout to his name. He's a Charlo twin, man. But I digress from that shit. I can't do that. I can't sit up here and put my integrity in question. I can't do that, dog. Charlo don't want to freaking fight. You know, look, I said this, Smoke. I say, so you complain about Benavidez don't supposed to fight at 68 or 75, but yet you're chasing Canelo, who's fought at 75. You saying Benavidez is too big for 68, but yet Canelo has fought at 75. What is the difference? The bag that you're gonna make? Because Canelo has fought at 75. You haven't fought outside 60. But your excuses are pretty much saying that David Benavidez is too big for the division. What about Canelo? What type of pass are you giving Canelo, bro? Trick said Berlanga is definitely overrated. Alan Green told me 2 years ago this guy was getting dropped in the gym sparring. They were comparing Berlanga to him, and he didn't see it, and neither do I. Yeah, man, Berlanga, man, he bring butts to the seat, so he continued to fight in his hometown, make them money. You know what I'm saying? Look. The one thing I can say about Berlanga, he's kind of had 3 step-up fights. I'm not gonna lie, his last 3 fights, even Damon Nichols, for real, they went the distance with him the first time, and then his last fight, and then this fight right here. I mean, the fight before last and this fight right here with Steve Rose. I don't find them as soft touches. I don't. So though Berlanga may be questionable as far as how high the ceiling is for him and him holding on to that O, that's the big question. But he's fighting, dog. He got to get better. He got to learn how to put combinations together. He has to learn the basic fundamentals of popping his jab out there. It's a lot that Berlanga isn't doing is going to fuck him up once he get in there with a boxer. Why would you think Triple G last few fights had 0 promo? Why haven't Triple G or Murata have been active? It wasn't just COVID. They wanted tune-ups and no Andrade. Damn. 154, the man is up at 168. He's been swinging wide to get power in his last couple of fights at 160. Both declined Andre more than twice. When it was Andre, Triple G don't fight and was considering retirement. You got that right. I have to say you're right on that. He was considering retirement when it came to that. Key missed dropped and hurt almost everyone he fought at 60. Stopped 3/5 of title defense at 60. Dropped everyone. Ghost. Smoke, Combat, and Trick. Who y'all got, Murata or Triple G? I'm kind of biased on that, but I'm going with Murata, to be honest with you. I'm going with Murata, man. Even with the layoff and all that, I just like Murata. I'm not too high. Never have been on Triple G. Even if you put Jim Lampley there, I might get a little bit more excited. If they can get Jim Lampley to commentate Triple G and Murata, I might feel some type of way. I might get a little okay, because that is the biggest mouthpiece, the hype man for Triple G ever, Jim Lampley. But I'm going for Murata to answer your question. I am going for Murata, man. King Mitch could have stopped Liam, dropped him many times, but had an injury and didn't want to risk knowing what was ongoing with his hand. Goes because Triple G is his own promoter. He pocketed all the promo money. His grandchildren would be spending that the zone money. Not if Abel Sanchez got to do with it. Shit. Abel Sanchez got it out. He got that hit out. He said, I'm going to give it to him sooner or later. He did me dirty. Canelo is flirting with all-time great status. Nobody's going to compare favorably to him right now. They may not compare favorably to Canelo, but I'm saying emulate something of what he has going on. Well, why so many people are respecting what he's doing. That's saying you have to take risk. Now, granted, I know Rocky Fielding wasn't a risk, but if you're going to move up in weight, what better way to do it than find a Rocky Fielding? Mar Charlo, find a Rocky Fielding up that motherfucker. Something. Find a way to fight for an interim title, fight for a regular title, something up there at 68. To insert yourself into the picture. That's all I'm saying. We're not going to agree with Canelo, moving up and fighting Rocky Fielding, Yildirim and shit like that. He pretty much gave Yildirim the promissory note. He answered it, allowed Yildirim to fight him, got him up out of there, and then fought Rocky Fielding. And that's that. Mar Charlo needs to find out who's an easy touch and just make something happen at 68. Y'all looking at Canelo move back and forth like, goddamn. Y'all gonna have to start doing or emulating something he's doing for him to even consider y'all to grace the square with him to get the big check. I don't know what Danny Jacobs did. I guess they had a common opponent in Triple G, so Canelo say, okay, go ahead, Danny. I'll fight you. Don Dot on deck. I see you, bro. There's a side bet on if they actually fight. If they fight, I don't know. Triple G has issues with his own. He won't pay his money. You never know. Might be Joshua versus Ruiz 1. Okay. So you saying Murata might go in there and do a Charles Martin, huh? You say Murata might go in there and just take a dive. So you saying the fight may be fixed? Shit. Goes, he should have stopped all them fools. And this is coming from a guy that doesn't think he has one punch knockout. Damn, but how long Boo Boo Andrade been over the zone? And Canelo could have been undisputed 160, and Triple G could have been unified. One of them got 300 M's, and one got 100 M's. They was at the top on the zone. Hey, he got up out that contract for, 365 million for 11 fights, right? Shit, you're right. There was a lot of motherfucking millions, ain't they? Triple G was ducking Charlo while Andre was only fighting in court. God damn, the boys. God damn, they throwing motherfucking bombs today. Trick said, I agree, just the way he was hyped. Just the way a certain person had put it out about Berlanga. Yes, he is learning and he is young. He needs to be pushed just like a young Fernando Vargas. I like Edgar Berlanga though, man. Like these fighters I see in person that's approachable and shit, they'll chop it up. I like Berlanga, man, but he does need to improve. But as a person, he's a cool dude, man. As when I see him on fight week, he's cool. Jacobs had a belt. Danny Jacobs was just champ at the right time for Canelo fight. Wow. And he didn't do anything with it. My people, I have to go out here and handle some business out of this life. But I'll be back on later. Hey, big salute to everybody who pulled up in the live chat. Real talk. Man, y'all was goddamn with bow and arrows, stones, motherfucking goddamn bazookas and shit, hellfire missiles today. Shit, I tell you, man, Andrade's giving this attention, man. This chat today proves it. Like I just been sitting back listening to people. I say, for real, I haven't really paid attention, but this afternoon, I'm gonna goddamn watch his fights, man, because I just really haven't paid close attention to Andrade, bro. But I'm gonna definitely look at those fights that you said, Ghost. I'm gonna check it out and see what I'm missing. You know what I'm saying? I know Mitch will probably hit me and say, man, he wastes your fucking time. You know, that's how Mitch is, dog. Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody for putting up real talk, man. Y'all did y'all thing. Man, you know, that shit was fire. I mean, not just fire as far as y'all being over here. I'm talking about the content that was being dispersed within the live chat. The current was real. Real talk. The current was real. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta bounce up out of here, man. Salute to all y'all. Be sure to check out that Roy Jones Jr. Team Williams interview that happened the other day. And turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports.